Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for clicking on my video. I hope you're all well. If you're new here, my name is Marcea and hello. And if you're returning, thank you so much. I've been wanting to film this video guys for a couple of weeks and I've been so anxious about it and wondering if I should, if I shouldn't. But of course I'm going to, because I share everything with you and I'm really honest, and lots of you have been on this weight loss journey with me for so long. So yeah, let's talk about GLP-1s. Let's talk about Mounjaro, wegovy, all of that. And then yeah, so 3 weeks ago I had my very first injection of Mounjaro, and I'm going to talk about that more in future videos, but today's video is just about coming on to say this is what I'm doing. I'm going to just tell you a little bit about the injection and yeah, go from there. So I'm going to put it out here right now from the very start. I'm going to create a new playlist, so it's going to be easier for you to find. But guys, if you're watching these videos, please be respectful. Be respectful to me, be respectful to each other. Keep your comments kind and constructive, and everyone is allowed their opinions, obviously, and their thoughts. However, this is not the place to have a go or a vent or share misinformation. Everything I tell you is going to be personal experience, and also I'm going to be passing on information from research and evidence-based and everything like that. So yeah, I'm going to try and keep everything as factual as I can, but also giving you my true journey and accounts and experience as well, like along the way. So yeah, it's like there's so much misinformation out there. It is unbelievable, and people have formed opinions based on this misinformation, which is just absolutely, it's shocking. Honestly, it's so bad. Obviously I share my weight loss journey on here anyway, but one of the real reasons that's kind of prompted me to come on early in my journey and share the fact that I'm on Mounjaro is that I can only find a couple of other British YouTubers talking about this. And believe me, there are thousands and thousands of people in the UK taking this drug. There are so many American YouTubers sharing their journey, and that is amazing, but they have different drugs as well in America. They have compounds and things, and so a lot of these videos and a lot of the injectables they're on are not the same as what we have here in the UK, and they're having a lot of supply issues and things in the US, whereas here in the UK there is an absolutely fantastic supply of ozempic, wegovy and Mounjaro. So there are no shortages in the UK. So before any of you have a go at me about diabetics not getting the medication, honestly, just stop and don't do that, because it is completely inaccurate. Anyway, so yeah, if you're wanting to be really negative in that, I just honestly urge you, just don't watch the video unless you want to maybe watch and learn a few facts along the way. But if you're still, after watching this video, you disagree or anything like that, please honestly just don't watch any more of these videos. If you're a subscriber and you're cross at me, then honestly feel free to unsubscribe. But I'm hoping that this is going to provide a little place where people can come and get some information, follow someone's journey, the good, the bad and the ugly of it. I'll be sharing everything along the way. And yeah, so if you are wanting to follow my journey, if you're in a similar situation to me, honestly, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification, then you'll know. I'm really wanting to start filming a lot of videos around this, and when I find out information or if people have got questions, I'm going to come on here and do my very best to give like really good solid answers and responses to all of your questions and feedback. So yeah, oh, there we go, breathe. Oh my goodness. So really interesting. You know, I've been sharing my if you've been here for a while, I've been sharing my journey on YouTube for so long. I had a look at my weight loss playlist, and you know, it goes back over 6 years. 6 long years of trying Slimming World, Weight Watchers, calorie counting, doing this, doing that, and all I am doing is getting heavier and heavier and heavier over the last sort of 6 or 7 years. Like literally, no matter what I've done in this period of my life from my mid-40s, is having an impact. If anything, it's just going the other way. Sorry, a little bird just landed outside and totally distracted me. So yeah, it's just, I know I'm not alone. I've joined some like groups online for other women and men who are on Mounjaro or Wegovy, and I cannot believe how many people are on this injectable that have got nobody to share their story with, their journey with. Like that, some people haven't even told their partners that they are on it. Friends and family don't know, and there's like this massive, almost like taboo here in the UK where we just don't talk about it, and it's almost like people are embarrassed or ashamed or are fearful of being judged. And well, we just need to stop that, and the only way that we can start stopping that and normalizing it and is by discussing it, by putting it out there. So hopefully by me starting to share this video, other people may then start to share their journeys and their stories, or feel it's a safe place to be able to sort of share or inquire without being judged. So yeah, I always try and keep it safe here. If I see any comments that are rude, nasty, either directed at myself or another person that's commented, I will be removing those nasty comments, because honestly there is no place for that, and I've never like condoned that on my channel. This is always a place where I want people to be able to come and like create a little like safe community. So yeah, there we are, lecture over. But yeah, I just want to put that out right from the beginning, you know. And like, if you've followed me for ages and you don't agree with me, honestly, if you feel you need to subscribe, that's fine, and that's your prerogative to do that, and you're allowed to do that. So yeah, there we go. Right then, let's get into it. Today's video, I think I'm just going to look at I'm going to, for people that are new, I'm going to give a bit of a backstory for me about my weight from being like a child up until present day. I'll keep that quite snappy. I'll probably put a few photos in of me through my life. You can see how I've changed. Did I just no snort then? But you can see how I've changed, and then I'll give you like a bit of a commentary over that, and where we're at and how I've kind of reached this decision. I was kind of wanting to get to like a month on the injection before sharing, but honestly, I've restarted filming my vlogs and things, and obviously in there I talk about food, exercise and things, and I just don't feel I can do honest vlogs if I'm not discussing the fact that I've started Mounjaro. I think I've only done 2 vlogs since I've been on it, so I feel kind of okay with that. And I did have in my introduction a couple of days ago, I did have a bit of a chat about me and my weight and how I'm feeling, and that I was wanting to do anything to try and sort that out. So I think I was trying to lead up to this video, but we're here now, and yeah. So yeah, I've started on Mounjaro, which is tirzepatide. Sorry, my phone stopped recording. So yeah, there are basically 2 different weight loss drugs that you can be prescribed in the UK, fully licensed, and that is semaglutide as Wegovy or tirzepatide as Mounjaro. In the US, the tirzepatide is called zepbound for weight loss. So if you ever hear anyone talking about zepbound, it's the same drug as Mounjaro. The Americans as well seem to have these compound drugs, which is why I'm really keen to come on and give like a British perspective, because we do not have compounds here. And I think that there's a lot of debate about it. I don't understand it fully enough, so I'm not going to get into that until if I do some research, but I don't think it really affects me. So yeah, it's not really part of my journey. So yes, to be able to be prescribed this drug, you need to meet certain criteria where your BMI needs to be over 30, which mine's like pushing 33. And people don't realise that when I sit in front of the camera filming, because you just see my shoulders and my head, but I am obese, and it's scaring me to death, because before too long, another hardly any weight at all, I would actually be classed as morbidly obese, and that actually scares the living bejeebies out of me. Okay, so let's get on to a bit about me, my backstory, my like weight history and things like that. So as a child, I'm going to stick some photos in here as well so we can sort of see, and you can see like kind of like what I was like. So I wasn't a chubby kid at all. If anything, I was skinny. I was picked on for being skinny. I was very, very slim, skinny, but I ate like a horse and was very active, like doing gymnastics and dance and all of that sort of stuff. And then, so yeah, very, very thin as a child, as a young child, as an early teen as well, very, very skinny. And yeah, I was really slim, but again, always had a really good appetite. And I mean, I used to get picked on saying, "Oh, don't you eat?" And honestly, I was like, I ate a lot, but I was very active as well, very sporty in school. As like in my late teens, I was sort of usually sit between 8 and 8.5 stone, very slim again, a lovely figure. And then after children, kind of sat between 9.5 stone, like nice size 10. And yeah, no dramas. Never really questioned how I looked, never worried how I looked, never thought about food, overanalyzed food, nothing like that. Didn't need to work off any baby weight. And in fact, after my first child, actually I've had 2 children, after my first baby, I came out of hospital literally, honestly, 0.5 stone lighter than what I was pre-pregnancy. Literally the weight just dropped off me, and yeah, I was actually sat at 8 stone after literally with a week after my first child, and then after my second child, I remember when I was 9 months pregnant, so full term, I remember I was like 11 stone, and I remember thinking that was huge. Oh, what did I know? And that was me full term, 11 stone, fully pregnant, and I'd put on nearly 3 stone then for that pregnancy. And I remember actually when I sort of went over 11 stone in more recent years, I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I weigh more than what I did when I was like full term pregnancy. And that was such a thing for me. I was like, oh God, how did that happen? So yeah, so moving back into that, so in my 20s, I kind of sat round about like the 9.5 stone mark, 9.5 stone, and then got into my 30s, sat pretty much about 10 to 10.5 stone. Nice healthy weight, healthy BMI. Used to go out in my lovely like tight dresses, high heels, feeling amazing. Again, never worried about what I looked like. Never thought anything about what I was eating. I didn't have to watch my diet. I could eat whatever I wanted. And yeah, I was just, I was like working out. I'd go to the gym or some fitness classes. But I looked honestly great. And I think in my early 40s, I looked the best I'd ever looked. I'm going to put a few photos in here from like when I was about 42, 43, and honestly I just think I look great. I really do. And it's hard for me to look at that and think that was 10 years ago, because I just feel a million miles away from there. So fast forward a couple of years into my my mid-40s. Gosh, I'm aging myself. So from my mid-40s to now, so I think over the last 7 years, something has changed, and I'm literally gaining weight, and nothing I do is changing that at all particularly. And so something has changed, something must have changed, and all I can think of is like menopause, like perimenopause, menopause, and it's just like it's changed, I think, my whole biology. Obviously your hormones have a massive effect on so many different functions in your body, and there's loads and loads of research now about perimenopause and weight gain, particularly around your middle, which is like the most dangerous place to have your weight, and it's linked to so many other diseases and risk factors. And literally I just hardly recognize myself now. When I see photos out, I'm just really, really unhappy. I hate wearing dresses now, and literally I I was always known for being the girl in the dress with the high heels, a real girly girl on nights out. And just now I'm just more likely going to be in trousers and a top because I just do not feel comfortable in dresses. I don't feel nice. Now, I'm not saying anybody needs to look a certain way. All this is about how I feel about myself, and I'm kind of like leading up to why I've made the decision that I have made. So I've been researching around about sort of like perimenopause and menopausal weight gain and things like that, and realizing actually I can be doing all the right things and it's going to literally make no difference at all. And I think we've seen that over the last 6 years on my channel of me trying Slimming World, Weight Watchers, calorie counting, trying this, trying that, and literally nothing is making a blind bit. I maybe lose half a stone at best, and it's just not, and I'm just being completely miserable. I'm just obsessing about the food, and it's just not a healthy way to be. I don't want to spend my life being on a permanent diet. I don't want to spend it permanently being miserable or just feeling unhappy in my own skin. And so here we are, guys. I have researched everything to death. Let me tell you, and honestly, I came to the conclusion that there's some things that you're just fighting a losing battle against. And so why not take advantage of this new incredible drug, which has gone through trials, has shown fantastic results. And I'll talk to you a little bit. Actually, I've got some information here. I'll just give you a few facts and figures. But I thought, why am I making myself miserable? Why am I so unhappy when I should actually just be loving life? And like, so many of my friends will be like, oh, I can't be bothered now trying to lose weight. I'm just going to be like, I'm just going to be fat and happy. And that's fine. But I am not that person that can be fat and happy. Honestly, I'm not. And I just want to lose weight. I want to be healthier, happier. I'm struggling even to put polish on my toenails because my boobs, my belly and my thighs and everything's just getting in the way. And it's just simple things like that. And it's just ridiculous. So I just do not want to get to a stage where I'm getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then I am morbidly obese. That I'm not about that life. So yes, I made a decision I went online, I did all my research, and then I came up with the fact that for me, tirzepatide is the better choice of a semaglutide for a couple of reasons. It has got 2 different hormones in it. Like your wegovy is a GLP-1 receptor agonist, and whereas tirzepatide, you've got your GLP-1 and your GIP receptor agonists. So it works in 2 different ways, and it is just like the clinical trials have been incredible. I've been watching a lot of the US YouTubers. I've been following their journeys, looking at them, binge watching them. Unbelievable transformations and personal stories. So I'm hoping now to share my story with you. So let me just tell you a little bit briefly about the drug. I've got some things here, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the Mounjaro. I won't go too much on about wegovy, but if you want to, I'll probably start chatting a bit about it in a future video. Maybe do a separate video about wegovy versus Mounjaro. So if you'd like to see that, let me know, and I can certainly do that. Let me just get down here. Mechanisms of action. This is what we're wanting. So it's a dual GLP-1 and GIP receptor agonist, and it influences weight and blood sugar via these sort of pathways. So it increases insulin production, which allows better glucose utilization. So yes, it's targeting the glucose, using it more effectively. It lowers your glucagon secretion, so that's from your liver, which then reduces your blood sugars. So overall, your blood sugars are much more stable. You're not having all these peaks and troughs and everything else. So yeah, you've got a much steadier blood sugar level. It delays gastric emptying, so your stomach stays fuller for longer. So it takes longer for the food to leave your stomach and to go sort of round your bowel and everything like that. So yeah, the stomach emptying is delayed, and the intestinal absorption of the nutrients is also delayed. So it slows down that whole gastric movement. So because of that, your food stays in your stomach for longer, so you're fuller for longer, but also you get fuller quicker, because as it builds up in your system, you're just going to be eating less, which means you're consuming less calories. So you can see this is like a really like positive thing. And it also activates regions in your brain which are linked to your appetite, so you've got that feeling of being satisfied. It also helps to reduce cravings and things like that. So yeah, we'll do another video again. As I say, we'll look at all like the pros and cons and everything else, side effects. There's a lot of information to take on board, and it's not a quick fix at all, let me tell you that. So it's really good. I'll tell you about the results actually in a minute from the trials, but yeah, there's loads to read. There's loads on site, but honestly, make sure if you are doing your research, get it from a reputable source. What was I going to say now? I've lost my train of thought. But yeah, oh yeah, so it's not a quick fix. You don't just inject yourself and then bang, you're going to lose weight. Not at all. It is a process. It's a titration system. There are multiple doses to take, and it's not going to work overnight at all. You still need to put the effort in, but all I've been doing for the last 6 years is putting the effort in. So if this is going to be really interesting to see if I'm still continuing on doing my healthy eating, doing my exercise, and then the only thing that's changing is now this injection coming in. So I'm going to have a chat with you next week. I'm going to give you a month update, my first month on this. And I'm going to let you know how things are going. But yeah, you still need to put the effort in. But the trials have honestly had some incredible results. So the reason I chose Mounjaro over wegovy was the fact that it was a dual action hormone in there, and also as a result of that, the weight loss results were far superior, and it really is coming out as like, honestly, like a wonder drug. It is amazing. I think moving forwards, they're looking at the potential of it being able to help with other addictions and things as well, because of the receptor, how it targets things in the brain. So they're looking at potential uses for alcoholics and everything. It's just honestly mind-blowing, and drugs, and it's just fantastic. I actually did a screenshot of some the results, and they tested it on the 5, 10 and 15 milligram doses. I'll put that here. I think it was like 15%, 20%, and then about 21% respective losses. But that's like, it's just massive, honestly, huge. So I've chatted so much. Really, I just want to come on and say this is what I'm doing. I would really appreciate your support on this journey. I just feel I'm being quite brave by coming out and being really honest about it, because as I've mentioned, so many people keep it to themselves. I have got my sneaky suspicions. There's a couple of people that I follow on Instagram and on YouTube, and I have just got a sneaky suspicion that they're also on a GLP-1, but that they're just not mentioning, because I've seen some really rapid weight losses on some people recently, and I followed them for a long time, and I know they've had struggles like me, and then all of a sudden they're looking extremely lean, and yeah, and so I'm not calling anyone out, and everyone's journey is their own, but I just think it's a shame that if they are on a GLP-1, that they don't feel able to say that's what they're doing. And I think the reason that people are reluctant to say what they're doing is just the fear of being judged. Yeah, for me, you don't if somebody needs a tablet for something else, or something, you know, if someone needs a prescribed medication for something else, we don't judge them, do we? We don't say, oh, your blood pressure's high, well, why don't you just do this and that? Why are you taking a tablet to help your blood pressure? So, and I think it's exactly the same, and hopefully given time and as things move on, people will be a little bit less judgmental, it'll become more of the norm, and actually, why not? You know, if it's going to help you, if it's going to help you lose weight, if it's going to, I'm just all for it, honestly. I've not gone into this lightly at all. I've done my research, believe me. So I'm going to leave it at that for today. I'm going to be back. Time I upload this, actually, it's probably going to be next week. So I think I'll probably put this one up first, and then probably a couple of days after that, you're going to get my month update. if you've got any questions, honestly, please do ask. And I'll do my very best to answer them as best as I can. If I don't know, I will say I don't know. I won't just make something up. But yeah, and as I say, just remember, be kind, be nice, and I will see you all in my next one. Thank you so much, guys, for stopping by. Thank you if you've made it this far. And now, oh, actually, whilst you're still here, do let me know. I'm going to be filming my update, as I mentioned, but moving forward from that, I'm going to start doing weekly weigh-in updates, and then we'll talk about the dosages that I'm on week by week by week. I'll talk about that a bit more in my next video about that. But what I would like to know is, moving forward, when I'm doing my weekly updates, do you want me just to sit down like this and just have a chat about my week, or would you like to see like a bit of a video diary as well? I mean, I'm going to be vlogging anyway, so maybe that'd be tying in with that, so we can maybe just have a little chat and summarize it, and then if you want to see more of my day-to-day, then we can maybe cover that in my vlog. But yeah, each week I will let you know what my current weight is and what dose I'm on, and then I think every month we can do a roundup of, we can do some comparison photos, maybe some measurements as well, and just look at the bigger picture each month as well, and then discuss whether we're going to be moving up a dose or staying on that dose again. So yeah, it's really exciting actually. I feel happy now that I've done this video. I was so anxious at the start of it, but I am an open book, and I like just to sort of to share my journey with you. So yeah, take care. I'll see you later. Bye for now.